Hi friends and welcome back. Debt has a terrible reputation. When people hear the word debt, they instantly think of stress, bankruptcy, and financial failure. But here's the truth. Debt isn't the enemy. In fact, debt can be one of the most powerful wealth building tools in the world if you know how to correctly use it. There's good debt and there's bad debt. And the difference between these two kinds is literally the difference between becoming rich and being poor. In this video, I'm going to break down what debt really is, what's the difference between good and bad debt, how rich people use debt to become even richer, and what you should understand and how to responsibly use debt. But before we dive in, subscribe to the channel and give this video a like so you don't miss out on other videos about productivity, personal finance, AI, and so much more. Thanks for that, and now let's dive in. What is debt really? Let's start with the basics. Debt is just money that is borrowed today and promised to pay back later, usually with an interest. That could be a credit card, a car loan, a mortgage, or even a student loan. Debt itself isn't evil. It's just a tool, a lever. And like any other lever, it could either lift you up or crush you depending on how you use it and how responsible you use it. If you use it to buy things that make you money or create new value, this mostly is good debt. But if you borrow money to something that is losing value or you consume it, this is usually considered bad debt. The difference between good and bad debt. Here's the simple rule I use. Good debt pays you. Bad debt costs you. Good debt helps you to buy assets that generate income, appreciate in value, or expand your opportunities. And bad debt helps you to buy liabilities that drain your money and don't give you any outcome, except for some joy. Let me give you some examples. Good debt is when you buy a mortgage to rent a property that produces monthly income, or a business loan to start a business to become a profitable entrepreneur, or a student loan that gives you the opportunity to learn a high valued skill to become a high paid individual. On the other side, bad debt is when you use your credit card for vacations, clothes, or electronics. You have a car loan or a luxury vehicle that you can't actually afford, or you do buy now and pay later plans for things you can't afford right now and you don't need. All in all, outcome is the thing that divides good and bad debt. The $1,000,000 example. Let me be crystal clear with an example. Imagine two people, both have $1,000,000 in debt. Person 1 owns $1,000,000 to the bank because he took out a loan on 5 rental properties. Each produces $2,000 a month in profits after expenses. That's 10,000 US dollars in profits per month, or 120,000 US dollars a year, easily enough to cover debt payments and leave money for your cash flow. And over time, the 5 rental properties raise and go up in value. Now, person B owns 1 million US dollars. He bought a $200,000 car, $50,000 for a vacation in Europe, and a 20,000 US dollar watch. And the rest is just living too large on more credit cards. The assets, not really. The cash flow, not existent. Both have debt. The one is building value, wealth. The other is just producing interest rates. How the rich use debt. Here's a difference in mindset. Poor people use money to look rich, and really rich people use money to become rich. Wealthy individuals understand leverage. using borrowing money to amplify their returns. Real estate investors use mortgages to buy properties. Entrepreneurs use business credit to faster scale, and even billionaires use low interest debt to free up cash to better invest. They don't fear debt. They manage it, they respect it. They understand interest rates, the risks, and cash flow. Because when you borrow for 8% and return or earn 8%, you're not losing, you're compounding. The danger zone: bad debt and lifestyle inflation. As I told you, and of course, not all debt is good debt. Bad debt often comes from gratification, that is to look successful even though you haven't been yet successful. Credit cards, car loans, financing every gadget and vacation, that's how most people get into the debt trap. The scary part: every person who earns good money falls into this trap. It's called the lifestyle inflation. As income rises, so do your expenses. And suddenly you're working just to make payments on your car or your luxury watch. That's how people make six figures and still feel broke. How to use debt wisely. So, here's how to think about debt long term when you want to win. First, borrow for asset, not for appearance. If it doesn't make you money or improve your skill, don't finance it. Number 2, know your ROI, your return on investment. If your return is higher than your interest rate, you can finance. Number 3, avoid consumer debt. Credit card interests are not just high, they are so stupid. They are designed to keep you poor. And number 4, if you have debt, pay off the high interest loans first. That means start with credit card loans from 15% per year and go down to your mortgage with 3%. And remember, being debt-free is not the way to go. It's not your goal. Your goal is to become financial free. That's not the same. So here's the takeaway. There's good debt, there's bad debt, and you should keep an eye on that. Don't consume and finance your consume, and always keep up with your returns and your interest rates. Never stop paying your debt, and try to think. Wisely used debt becomes a building tool for your wealth. Stupid debt keeps you poor. Now, tell me in the comments how much debt you have or why you're financing stuff. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on other videos. Thanks for that. Give this video a like. Don't forget the comments. And now, see you then. Cheers.